inside. I'm coming. Boy, this is a big tune. Ah! Turn this off. This is not supposed to be an intro thing. I've just fucking muted the mic and forgot to moved it. Add to stage. How do I get rid? Oh, how do I get rid of the thing? Hang on, sorry. Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong one. Which one is it? That one? No, this one. Klopp. Team Klopp all the time. Team Klopp so much that I can't even like slot. Hang on. What do I need to do now? There's a couple of things I need to do before I can start this properly. Nothing. Yeah. I'm back. Hang on. I've got my comments. Hang on. I've got my new camera on. Is this right? Look how sick that looks. Hang on. Come back down a bit. I want them in, but I want it so like I'm in as well. So hang on. I need to be in. I'm in a snooze, you know. This is going to be terrible. This is like full. Is this camera good? This is my new camera. I bought a camera today and it's a new mic. Is the mic good? So this is going to be heavy on the Last Crescendo, just chatting about boxing. And do you know what? We're not chatting about boxing. Hang on, what's this? Hang on, what's that? We're not chatting about boxing. We're only chatting about one thing. No, we're chatting about boxing. Do you know when I sometimes with these, yeah? Well, not sometimes. Every time with these, the last two of these today and the last one is where I've had a joint earlier in the day. So then when I have to set, I always feel like I've left a big enough gap between the first one. The best way to do a live chat. This is going to be one of them where you get 12 minutes. How late was I? What time? How long have I been on? I've been on at least 4 minutes. Right, listen, we'll do no intro about nothing, no talking. We'll get straight to the point, right? We're talking about boxing. The Last Crescendo, this boxing card. I've been saying for ages to anyone who would listen, this card is not as good as they're talking about. Eddie Hearn saying it's the best card of all time. Do you know what? No, I don't even give a fuck about boxing at a minute. All I care about is a fucking title race. I can't fucking sleep at night thinking about we're going to blow this title, you know. Honestly, I'm not even joking. It's killing me inside. We're going to blow it. I know we're going to blow it. Have you seen our games? What are our games? Hang on. Liverpool fixtures. We're going to blow this title. It's going to kill me as well because Arsenal are going to win it. Arsenal are going to win the title without a striker. They've not even got a striker and they're going to win the title. Hang on. Where's our fixtures? Because it's like, do you know, I was saying yesterday when we was talking, me and Jed, we just keep falling out all through this new thing, yeah. Hang on. This is what I've got a serious drink here. A full carton of Rubicon passion fruit. Anyway, hang on. So, what's it said? Would have took a point Sunday if we won Wednesday, lad. So, no, this is what I've just been. I was literally this second right now going to say, no, listen to this, yeah. This is my theory on points, right? Remember when so I was arguing with Louis and Jed yesterday, right? And Louis said that we've lost one game all season, yeah. But I feel like this is the mentality that makes us lose titles, right? Because think about under Rafa Benitez, yeah. We lost 2 games all season and came second by about 4 or 3 points, yeah. And it's the draws. And I've been guilty of it myself. You know, when we drew 3-0 with Newcastle, I was thinking that's not, everyone was like a bit down. And at the time, I realized it was that weekend. I think it was that week. I don't know what game happened that weekend. Anyone who went, because I went up to Newcastle. I even went up to Newcastle. It's the only time I've done. Is it the only time? I think it's the only time where I've gone up to a game in England and just not got in. But that's because Newcastle is a sick day and night out. So I was happy to go up and have a go up time. I met one of my a lad who I've been speaking, a mate who I met off Twitter. And I've been speaking to for years, met him and had a sick day with him up there. And I remember on the car on the way home, everyone was a bit down. And I was like, this is a good point. But so I'm guilty of it as well. And I definitely wasn't saying, I in my head, because I'm that much of a pessimist, yeah, when we was 1-1 Everton, good to back, I was thinking, we're playing that badly now. I'll take 1-1. And I was thinking in my head, if we'd have left 1-1, I wouldn't have been in that, but I wouldn't have felt that bad, and I wouldn't have been like that angry. But when you go 2-1 up and then it's the last minute, and then how they score, and then like you just think of like I don't know how we lost that game made me feel worse about the point. I'd have been happy with the point when if it was 1-1. I promise you, I'd have left there happy at 1-1. But then I think I said this before, yeah. That's what we all say, and then even so, then people are saying about Villa. Villa away is a good point, yeah. It's not. There's nothing wrong with Villa away, but because we had like points like Fulham at home, where that's a point, and then the Nottingham Forest away, where everyone said, "Oh, that's a good point because Forest are good." You say this, yeah, and then you get to the end of the season, you've got 12, 13 draws, but only two or three losses, and you've finished second because you've drawn too many times. We always fall into the trap of drawing. Think of every title race we probably lost. It's because of a draw. The last title race we was in with Klopp, it's because we drew with Tottenham, didn't we? Was that not the one? That was, wasn't it? We drew at home to Tottenham. Like 2-0 when Tottenham had Conte, a good manager. People honestly think I'm winding. People think I think honestly people think it's like some sort of like spoof, or like I'm trying to be like a character when I say like I genuinely hate Slot and would have Conte. I would take Conte now over Slot. Conte would have been amazing. So what people who slag off Slot say is his teams always fade at the back end of the season, but it's not something I'm not going to slag him off for it, because Klopp's teams, and I love Klopp, and I would never fucking have any bad words to say about Klopp ever, and don't say any bad words about Klopp. And it annoys me where now people, if you say something bad about Slot now, yeah, this is how bad it's got with Liverpool fans. This is how like brainwashed they've been. If you say something bad about Slot, they'll come back, not argue positively of Slot. They'll say, well, Klopp used to do this. It's like, who mentioned Klopp, mate? I know I love Klopp, but I didn't mention Klopp. I just slagged Slot off. I can't believe. I always thought Liverpool as a fan base, we were more switched on than to get fucking blagged by a honeymoon period of this manager who's just, the squad and team was already good because Klopp had left it good. Do you know what I mean? It's a good system. The players in the team are a good system team and good system players. Do you know what I mean? And Klopp had left it in that way where they've just got a manager in who does it pretty much the same thing as Klopp, like in terms of pressing and attacking, but is much more switched on about the defence. He's literally organised another man's team. That's all he's done. Organised another man's team, had a honeymoon period like most managers have a honeymoon period. And now, if we blow this league title, it will break my heart. Because I grew up, obviously, I'm from Bolton. I've said it 100 times, definitely said it on here, but I'm just always stone, so I can never remember what I've said. But growing up in Bolton, mate, United won all the league titles, celebrated leagues, and it's celebrating the Champions League, celebrating the. I remember the year that Floyd Mayweather fought Hatton. Yeah, what year was that? One day, I promise you. I don't know how many years it will take, but I'm just going to do these live chats. At least, I think I can get these live chats to every 2 weeks, and if I can do them every 2 weeks for 5 years, in 5 years, 100%, if you can do something that consistent every 2 weeks for 5 years, this will be my full-time job, right? So, what was I saying then? Oh, yeah, so by then I can have someone who helps me when I turn the what's it called on, where you just fleece all the people who watch you. What's it called? The fucking super chat. I can get that. You only have to have over 1,000 fucking thingies and so many hours of that. You can turn it on where people have to pay you to ask money. That's what my future is going to be. In 5 years, how old am I now? 33. By the time I'm 38, yeah, there'll be a couple of thousand people watching this. And of them couple of thousand, that's all I want. I don't want no 50,000 people. No, nothing like that. Couple thousand people watching these. And 100 of them to be hardcore, right? Who pay to ask questions and be a member and buy hoodies and shit like that. That's it. That's all I want. And that's what I will have. Listen, Luke, he's saying, right, listen to this. So, we need to stay on the title race. We can't go on to food already. Well, the only thing I'll say is that this is lucky it started now, right? Some people are going to think, oh, I was saying, and this is there's only about, I don't even know if anyone's watching this who is privy to what Ring Dad, but the alarm don't make me jump anymore. That's been a constant for all my live chats. Ring Dad alarm. Right, listen. There's probably maybe one or two people who would have seen what I ate yesterday who were watching this to know that is the reason why I was late. Because all day it's been plaguing me. Can you believe this? Yeah. So I went to the gym. So this is why sometimes I can be a bit too stoned for these, because This needs to be my first joint of the day. First joint of the day, come inside and talk shit on this, because the first joint of the day makes me switched on. But get this, yeah. So this is how you know I'm not talking shit about the first joint of the day, because I've worked out I can have my first joint of the day just before I go to the gym, yeah, then go to the gym. And because my head is that switched on and that like thing, I can just run on the treadmill or run and then quickly go and get changed and swim, whatever. I can do any activity because I'm just thinking all mad shit enough to forget that I'm exercising. This is the truth. I just forget that I'm exercising sometimes. I'll just run. Sometimes I'm just running, listening to the tunes and just thinking about mad shit. Or sometimes I'll be running and just playing on my phone and doing shit on my phone and talking to people on my phone, stoned. And I did 16K today. Ran 16K today just because I was stoned. So I always thought by the time I had my second one, it's never the same, but I am stoned enough. So I might get off track too much. I need to keep on track. I only want to talk about the title race, and Slot is blowing it, because one of my buyouts is going to be when Liverpool blow this league. I'm going to force. Even if I have to pay money to fucking. You can definitely pay money on the. I'm going to work out this YouTube one day, yeah, just by fucking default of being. One day I'll get into it enough where I actually work it out and start doing stuff and pushing the right shit, yeah. And I'll push this where I said Slot's going to fuck up and get sacked. Obviously, I thought it was going to be like, no one could have thought we were going to be this good. And I'm happy with this good. Obviously, another thing, by the way, that I can't get my head around. What is the I need to order some new glasses, don't I? I'm getting feeling, you know. Another thing, right? What is the point in finishing first in this fucking, what's it called? This fucking new Champions League. What is the point in finishing first in this new Champions League if we're going to get PSG? Do you know what? This is really bad. I was saying if we got them, because Lisbon is one of the sickest cities of anywhere. You can have the best time in Lisbon. If we got Benfica, I was going. But I really don't need to go anywhere until I fucking move house, because I'm going to be moving house in the next. Can you believe that house? I always think about that house. How did it fall through? I've never struggled to buy a house. Every house I buy or every property thing I've done has always gone smoothly. But do you know what it is? Don't ever get involved in a chain. Oh my God. Get involved in a chain, it just terrorizes your life. I am super stoned though, by the way. Right. I didn't finish Luke's thing. I didn't finish Joel's Joel's thing, because we need to get back on boxing. We need to talk about boxing. So I was saying all week, Eddie Earn and all these people have been saying that this boxing card is like the sickest card of all time. And I was always thinking in my head, like, there's been cards where like there's been like 3 world title fights in it. Like, these are not like the most amazing. I know Bivol Beterbiev is amazing, it's sick, but like there was no money in cruiserweight fights. Years ago, you would have got a fight like this in the cruiserweight division because there was no money in it. So like, it's not like it's the sickest. The cruiserweight division is a cheap division to get the sickest of sick fights in it. It's not like it's hard. And then, I just realised there's a new mic and a new camera. I wonder, is it good? The camera's not as good as the phone, I've just realised. But is the mic good? I can't keep using this phone because this phone's fucking water damage. It's terrible, you know. It's a waste of time. I wish I just bought this camera and not paid the money to get that fixed, because even when I try and use it as my music phone, it like glitches and stuff. It's fucking terrible. But right, back to the title race. Oh no, we weren't talking about the title race. Oh no, stick to the title race. I don't give a fuck about boxing in a minute. I just want to talk about the title race. Listen, nothing. I don't want to win anything more than the title. I've admitted this. When Liverpool got knocked out by Atletico Madrid, I was buzzing. The year we got knocked out just before COVID. Obviously, I didn't think COVID was going to happen. We got knocked out. Us getting knocked out meant that we weren't going to the Champions League final. So me and my mate could go to Jamie Jones, Paradise in the Park in LA. Had it all. Oh, God. I had it all, but that's a lie. I had tickets and everything, but we're obviously going to go. And I was on the way to the car. I rang him and was like, come on, are we booking this or what? And he was like, yes, let's book it. Right. So we got home and booked it. That's what I was buzzing, because I thought, I've just seen us win the Champions League. I was in the ground. I was row 11 at the fucking whatever it's called. But I'm at that. The best. I'd say that. Because of how stressful JJ came out, because of how stressful the fucking her birth it was and everything, I'd say the Champions League final was the best day of my life, because JJ coming out was sick, but it was fucking stressful for our bit. Champions League final was sick for the whole time. The whole time I was there, and anyone who was there with me at the Champions League final will back me up. Any person who met me at the Champions League final, or I was with at the Champions League final, whatever, will back me up. All through the trip, I kept saying, I would have rather played Ajax, because I think we would have battered Ajax because we were a better team than Ajax. And just playing an English team and the thought of maybe even losing to Tottenham is killing me. But I kept saying to people, but this is Tottenham. Like, we are going to beat Tottenham in the Champions League final because Tottenham cannot win a Champions League final. It's Tottenham. They will manage to lose. Do you know what I mean? We took mercy on them, if anything. If we'd have just battered them and gone through them, but it was a bad final, but the game was bad. But we were playing Tottenham in the Champions League final. We scored early and just let them just have a bit of the ball and like get them all self-excited and then just score a second goal. I never for a minute thought we'd, you know, like, right, so I got home late, because I come home, exactly because I went to the gym, stoned, I've come home and then not put my shopping away. I ended up putting this in the freezer. So can you listen to that? That's like slush that I'm waiting to melt so I can pour it in my drink. Right, I got told yesterday by Kira that I'm doing this slot thing so that if Liverpool win the league, I can still be like, oh my God, Liverpool win the league. And if Liverpool don't win the league, I can be like, I told you about slot. They said, why would I be like that? That is not if anyone who knows me, this is what I'm trying to say, this is what I'm trying to talk about. I don't even want to talk about UFC or boxing. I want to talk about the title race. Anyone who knows me knows I want to win the title. I've just said, when we got knocked out of the Champions League that year, I thought, buzzing, because we'll experience winning the title. We're going to win it early as well. That was what I was saying. That's exactly what I was trying to bring myself back to the point, right? United fans used to party for weeks when they won the title. That year when Hatton fought Mayweather, and all people around here thought Hatton was going to win, and I was like, listen, just so I know, like, Mayweather is obviously going to win this fight. But none of them really knew about boxing. They just liked Hatton because he was from Manchester and we're from Bolton, and because he wasn't a United fan, it meant people from Bolton got behind it. Because what makes me laugh is where people like, that's not even a thing. People don't even think Liverpool fans not from Liverpool. I don't even know. Liverpool fans who are from Liverpool fans from Bolton, Liverpool fans who are from Liverpool don't hate United as much as Liverpool fans not from Liverpool hate United. And they probably even will admit themselves. They hate Everton more than we ever could, but we hate United more than they could even fathom, right? And all my life, I watched United win league title after league title, and then all the other trophies that we were winning a little bit, but they were winning league titles, and sometimes they win the league title earlier, and they like the Mayweather Hatton year. What year was Mayweather Hatton? Let's have a look. Right, this is why I need a producer. One day I'll have a producer, I promise you, and he'll just go, it was that year, and then I can go, yeah, I remember that. Right, watch Hatton versus Mayweather. See, but now I've got my little camera. I can do it myself on my phone. Hatton versus Mayweather. When was it actually? 50 because I put full fight, but I didn't put full fight. I was going to put wiki at the end of it, and then for some reason Google decided to fucking add it to the end. Here we go, 2007. So December 2007. Oh, usually somebody could have just been top of the league. Then let's have a look. 2007, 2008 Premier League table. How would I find out who was top at Christmas though? But United won the league. So I'm guessing they were top at Christmas. They only won it by 2 points, though. Is that the first year of Finger? 2007, 2008? Is that the first year of Abramovich? Is that what it was? How do I check that? Was it? Champions League? Nah, because it says Liverpool finishing the Champions League spots, and the first year of Abramovich, we finished 5th. I was at that game at Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? I'm like stupid stone now where I can't even get my words out and stuff. This is why I always should do these after just having the first joint. But it was, wasn't it? 07, 08 Premier League. Out. What was the first season? No, obviously fucking hell, years before that, because we beat Abramovich's Chelsea in 2004, 2005 in the Champions League. So obviously 2007, 2008, was this the Rooney season? Was there the double? Hang on. Premier League, Manchester United. But what did Man United do that year? Who was their players that year in that? Hi, Josh. Hi, Mike. Which mic is it? There's so many mics who come in here. Anyway, this is hard. United won the Premier League in 2007, 2008, right? But when were they top at Christmas? As if we were 4th that year. Who was our manager? That would have been Rafa, wouldn't it? Was that the year we got to the Champions League final? The season was also the third consecutive season with the Big Four. Do you remember the Big Four? Yes. Oh, Mike. I know it is. Mike Daly. Do you know what, Mike Daly? You are my favourite Mike. I would say, yeah, in the world, you're my favourite Mike. Who's my more favourite Mike than you in the world? Not even close. There's not even a Michael. Who's a Michael? Nah, I can't even think. Not even close. Not even. you would be here, and then I don't even know if I know who's a sounder even close to you, Mike, in the world. The soundest Mike Daly in the world. Who what, Mike Daly? But I'm going to talk to you right now because I need to know. 2007, 2008. So that's the year we got to the Champions League final and lost in it now. 2004, 2005. 2005, 2006. No, 2007, 2008. So this is the year we didn't do nothing in it, eh, much. Sub-only mode. Fuck off. What's that? What's to talk about? Obviously, I'd be sub-only mode. Obviously, why would I let just... Yes, Charlie. Charlie, yeah. Yes, Charlie. Charlie, should we book the gaff right now on here? Oh, no, we can't because everyone needs to agree. What if they don't agree? Was Champions League final, lad? Yeah, obviously. Yeah, because it was 4-5. Yeah, 6-7. So who... Why was we... That was the last... I'm guessing... Oh, do you know what? 7-8. I know what that was. Fucking, that was our title race. Where we fucking came second because we kept drawing games. 7-8, wasn't it? That was it, wasn't it? 7-8 was our chat. 100%. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. It was. Nah, it wasn't because we came second. Tell them about voting when you ran off in the taxi. Listen, Nathan. Yeah. Tell him then, the little rat. This is another story. This is another story of me not being a shitbag, me being a good friend, and me sticking up for people. Same as fucking Girona. Nathan Dooner, you little rat. You best, at the end of this story, Nathan, you best say he's right so I can put it on the screen, right? Get this, yeah? I'm pissed he's laughing now. Look at this, yeah? Look at him flicking up. Nathan, I'm hearing you out, bro, but I feel you'll laugh. Do you know what? If it was the opposite way, though, and it was thinking maybe he might get away with it, maybe, who knows? I can be a little sly one sometimes. Maybe I would have got a taxi off thinking they're not after him anyway, but I didn't. I stuck up for you, yeah? So get this, yeah? I'm out in town. I can't remember. What night was it, Nathan? What day was this? What day was it in town? Don't know. I would have backed it. He would have backed it. What do you mean he would have fucking backed it, mate? You got off. If maybe you could see it was diffused. It wasn't diffused, though, bro. They were kicking off when you got off, bro. They wanted blood for about a second, then it calmed down. You little knobhead. Right. So it was midweek that one. It 100% was midweek when it Nathan. So I'm out in town midweek, right? I think, or maybe a Sunday. Sunday definitely wasn't a Friday or Saturday because I remember town being dead. So because town's dead. So in Bolton, when you went out, it was. If it was you, I'd have had them in the Kit Kats. All right, okay, right. So town was dead. So whoever I was with, who was I with? Nathan, who was I with? There's only two of us, weren't there? But anyway, we get off to this tax. What if in town you could either get a black cab from the middle of town, or if you just walked a little minute down the road, and we used to do it because there was a sick takeaway there. What was that takeaway called? UK Roosters. UK Roosters had a little section in my life for about 6 months. Maybe 6 months to a year, where I used to want to get off from nights to just go to UK Roosters. So we could all go in UK Roosters. Everyone order a bit of food. It'd take fucking ages because it'd be quite busy. People would be coming in and out, and we'd get there and have our own table. And I used to want to be in UK Roosters more than being out. Maybe that was like the bridge as I was getting older. Fuck knows, it was a rough group anyhow. No, I wasn't with a group. I'm sure it was only just me and one lad, bro. Was it not just... I think it was just me and Damon. Oh, yeah, worst. Best chicken bows. I remember they used to do the 2-for-1 pizzas, so I'd get 2 pizzas, eat one on the way home, feel fucking sick up, because 100% the reason why I'm sick all the time is because I used to do crash nights all the time. So so as long as I can remember, when I have food, when I have a drink, and then I have food. What score's the fucking game, by the way? It was 0-0 when I was watching. That's another reason why I was late. 3-0 to Brentford. Went 3-0 after half an hour, and they just basically took the foot off. And none of these ex-United players who played under Fergie are ever going to be good managers. Oh, we need to stay on the Nathan story, right? So let me just finish this Nathan story quick. Yeah, you got the hook then. Yeah, so me and my mate get to the fuck. I'm sure it was Damon. I'm sure it was because I think it was a midweek where I blagged Damon to come out because he was living at my house. And we get to the taxi rank. Yeah, because we're just going to get our usual. Look at that spot. Because we're just going to get our usual taxi home. And Nathan's there. Are you on your own? You was on your own, weren't you? No, you was with someone. But you got off him even from then, right? And there's these 3 lads kicking off of him. So Nathan's my mate. But I don't know what's happened between the lads. For all I know, Nathan could have spat at one of these 3 lads. But I don't know what's happened or why they're kicking off him. But all I know is Nathan's my mate. Yeah, so I get there. So I'm getting involved. I start helping Nathan out, arguing with these other lads, saying, you're not hitting him in that, blah, blah, blah. Not kicking off. Obviously, I'm not going to start. Didn't want to get myself jumped. Do you know what I mean? I weren't jumping and going, you fucking kicking off. I'll start fighting you all. Obviously not, mate. The last thing I ever want to do in the world is ever have a fight. I'm just saying, no one's kicking off with him. Leave it. Let it go. Like, what's going on, blah, blah. While I'm doing this, but also saying, you're not obviously not kicking off him, because if you hit him, it's going to go off, because obviously I'm going to not let you just batter all three of you, batter him. As I'm saying this to him and arguing with these people, I remember it West. Fuck knows. I remember it being that West. No, it weren't that West, bro. It was kicking off and it was bad, and they were going to have it, I think. But we were having a bit of a back and forth between me and them. I feel like we was like negotiating what was going to happen, because I'm saying, can we not just leave it? Like, whatever's happened, leave it. But I'm not going to let all three of you jump. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, in my little peripheral vision, all I see is this minibus. They must have said to you, all we've got is a minibus, and you're like, I don't give a fuck if it's £5 extra. I'll pay the extra for the minibus, yeah. Because in the fucking peripheral vision across the road, I just see fucking Nathan Dooner running across the road and getting in a minibus on his own. And the minibus doing a U-turn in the road and from facing town, going back towards Farnworth. And I know Nathan lives in Farnworth, right? So I know he's got off. Well, I'm arguing with these other three lads, the little fucking rat. Luckily, there he is. I want you to admit this is the fucking truth, you little bastard. He must have seen his. I bet you're laughing at how fucking accurate this is. Great lever, not that rough. So just before us, I thought you was Farmouth Ways at least. Are you a great lever? Yeah, that must have been why fucking Damon knew you. Because even Damon was on. Is that how Damon was like backing it with me a little bit as well? Damon was like stood there, but do you know what? From Damon living with me, Damon was the keenest guy of all guys. Damon was pissing, yes, Damon. See, even when we get all the Bolton boys in, they'll tell you these stories are all true. Damon will tell you the best ever fucking story about me and I will back my mates no matter what. So. No one, do you know what? We're 36 minutes in now, so this is far enough into it where I can tell stories like this, because if my auntie starts watching them or my mum and dad start watching them, they're not going to get this far in. So, because my auntie started watching some of these, anyway. So, there was a time that I had a party at mine and I was kennied out of my head, right? And it had turned out that Damon had wellied. Do you know what I said? Turned out, Damon was asking me advice, saying, should I get this bird round because it's my sort of mate's bird? Shall I get around? I'm saying, get around, bro. Get around and fucking welly it. And he got around and wellied it. And the repercussions was the girl's bird got some kids there. No one's taxis up. What? Get some kids there now. No one's moving, taxis going opposite. Oh, yeah. Anyway, Damon's like, oh, you've just took me off fucking finger. Is that still a taxi rank? I've not been in town that long, but last time I went, it wasn't a taxi rank. I used to always walk down to there. Oh, yeah, anyway, so I'm off my head in the house. But when I say we was on it, I'm talking the next day. The party was this day. Say the party was Friday and Damon's whatever done Friday. This is now Saturday, but I'm still going. Don't matter, Nathan. We're not getting onto that. We're not talking about that, right? This guy now within one day of Damon doing the deed that I talked him into. This guy now messaged Damon saying, listen, what the fuck have you done? She said, this is the type of bird, you know what I mean? She's obviously grass straight away. And he's like, right, he wants to meet me for a fucking one-on-one. I find it mad though, because maybe that's great lever. And he might laugh at that, because you can Google a date and Prem table and it'll tell you. What do you mean? Anyway, maybe Farmouth's a bit more like street savvy and Damon's more and Great Lever's a bit more fight savvy, because Damon was like, yeah, let's go meet for a fight. I feel like at that age, I would never have said, yeah, let's come in for a fight. I feel like I would have said, especially not like on St. James's Field and just been like, let's have a fight there. I feel like maybe like I would have 4-0 Brentford. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to say, right, about the United players. All these United. Can you believe they sacked? I'm a big fan of Steve Cooper, and I think Steve Cooper's a good manager. I think if you'd have given him time, he would have. Yeah, he was at Leicester. He would have done well better at Leicester than fucking. Why would they give the job to Ruud van Nistelrooy? I seen in the news on the little BBC thing, Ruud van Nistelrooy might fucking leave Leicester because he feels let down about the signings in January. Who the fuck does he think he is to say he feels let down? He should be thankful for the job he's been given, because he should not be at Leicester. What did he have? So he had about 3 weeks at United, and that's his whole coaching thing. It's been 9 years. Augsburg. Oh no, Mike. On the day it was that, Ben messaged me about me getting in the boot of a taxi. Ogberg, on Augsburg, yes. Talk about this. Who cares about the title race? Who cares about... We're 40 minutes into this. We've not talked about Bolton. We've not talked about the boxing. We've not talked about the UFC. Not talked about nothing. Just me chatting shit as usual. Ben messaged me saying, so this time, he didn't know, did he? The whole thing is he never knew at first. We was trying to, because he wouldn't do it. He was being a grass. So we blagged him. Someone opened the boot and I got in the boot, right? I said, I'll get in the fucking boot, mate, if he will take us. So get in the boot anyway. Oh, did he know? Did he know, Mike, that I was in the boot? I don't feel like he knew I was in the boot. No, he did. Did he know I was in the boot? Or did we get in the boot, Gaff at Woogs tomorrow for boxing, Nathan? Tomorrow? That's a good proposition, you know. What's tomorrow? I can have a little party here for the boxing tomorrow. Yeah, a few mates around, having a few drinks, do you know what I mean? No baghead shit, though. No, he didn't know. Yeah, he didn't know. He didn't know. I'm thinking that. Am I trying to overdo the story? He never knew. I snuck in the boot, didn't we? Because he was shot when I got out the boot at the gaff. So he wouldn't take us, said there was 2 minutes. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'll just get the next one. I said, well, I'll get the boot. The weirdest thing, and Michael backed me up. So while I'm driving, obviously, Mike, because if you think, I'd have videos of that and everything saved if I was allowed to have been in the boot, mate. It was the weirdest thing ever, but obviously I weren't allowed to video it or be allowed. Michael said, we'll agree right now. The way, think about it with the brass house in that we went to in Augsburg, so how mad that was. I'll tell the story about that in a second, about the setup about it. Yeah, it was like deal or no deal, but get rid of that thought for a second out your head. Think about this taxi, yeah? I'm going to these lads, you won't believe this. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? He must have been living in his car or something, or having a crazy little weird thing going on. I was going, there's a fucking toilet roll holder drilled into the side of his car with toilet roll on it. And it's not like a brand new fresh roll. So he's been using this toilet roll. It's like half a toilet roll. Mike, do you remember that? And I'm like, look at this. It was definitely a video that existed of that. It was a toilet roll holder fully attached and drilled into the side boot of his car. Yeah, forgot about that. Into the side boot of his car with toilet roll on it used. What could that? This wasn't like a people carrier. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been in the boot. It was a standard little saloon car, that 5 people car, where the 3 people in the back would have been a little bit squashed. They would have been a bit squashed, and I was in the boot because the guy was a grass and wouldn't take us to the place. Get to this fucking brass gaff. It's not. So we got advised to go there. It's the maddest place ever. It's not really like a normal brass gaff. How I remember it, and you can tell me if it's different mics here. Yeah, and then Ben was saying about it. You're seeing like one little thing of the bird, but you never seen the bird. And there was like colours. There was like red and green and red things, weren't there? If the room was open, it was red, and then you pressed it and the bird came. Actually, that's how that fucking. Can I say, buddy? Yeah, Ben won't be asked. He's settled down in that now, but Ben. That's how he ended up like them sort of started cheating the system, didn't he? And he knew he could just press it and then have a little flirt of them. And he would get about 10 minutes of flirting, probably about half an hour of flirting with one brass. Well, half an hour of flirting with different birds and then do one before. He dragged out for ages. And you would press this button but not know who was coming. And then the thing was, how come your tax is shortest aftershave ever as well? Why would you make me read stuff like that on live, bro? Because you know that I don't fucking think about what I'm reading now. Why would you make me read something like that live now? What a silly thing to do. But this is what I'm saying about fucking Bolton. Grasses. All of them. Can't wait to leave. It's nice being back and seeing all my family and living all around my family, but Bolton grasses and Nathan, you've grassed on me twice now. I'm only messing. I feel like Nathan, I still can't believe you ran off from me, bro. And it does hurt me. But I've never held that against you. Yeah, 3-4s, better birds, top way. Yes, yeah. 3-4s, mate. And it was fucking red and green lights. Because the whole thing is, if they answer the door and you're a little shitbag, imagine how many little shitbags that ring it and then they think, oh, she's awful. I thought she was going to look well better. Because the little shitbags, they're like, oh, fuck it, I'll go in. And the bird just talks to them. They're not used to fit birds-ish chatting to her like 4-0 they've won, Brentford. Anyway, your mate's birthday night again. Yeah. I'm not finishing that. That was like, I'd say that era in Klopp in the Europa League when he first took over from Rodgers, and maybe like the Rodgers Champions League where we got there by finishing second and got lucky. Did we have a Europa League season the year after that? Or did we finish that bad but never even finished? I can't remember, but the Rodgers Champions League and the thing, yeah, proper good. Yeah, Mike, we were shit, but we never had. This is sounding like the thing where it's like old man yells at moon or whatever it is, but this I'd rather be successful than be how we are. But back then, when we were shit and playing in mad tournaments, and I don't know, it was just like, it was a sick time, wasn't it? I always think about that guy. We was in a Mexican, we spent 2 full days. We spent 2 full days in a Mexican, it was like a Mexican themed bar, but it obviously wasn't, the owner obviously wasn't Mexican at all. Maybe had like, we never really got that much into speaking to, we did about his stuff, but we never got like that much into his backstory. But he was a guy in Germany who owned a Mexican themed bar. He must have loved us. I don't think they'd ever had customers before. So one night, I don't know what had happened, but he said he'd had a really good, some guy had given this thingy to give out for free. Cinnamon tequila. He got hooked. When he's telling me his story, I'm thinking, did you not think you was getting fucking terrorized here? This cinnamon tequila, yeah, he got given loads for free, and he was giving it out for free, and everyone's loving it, because obviously if someone's pissed and you give them free cinnamon tequila, even if it's angry, you're still going to take it and think it and probably say positive things about it because you're pissed and it's free. And he ended up buying, remember it, Mike? He ended up buying crates of this fucking cinnamon tequila. And he ended up doing it. If you bought 1 cinnamon tequila, you got 2 shots free. So 3 shots for the price of 1. And with every drink, we blagged it to change it on with every drink you got. If you bought a alcoholic drink, yeah. But if you bought a fucking vodka and lemonade, you got a free cinnamon tequila. Mate, it was, I'll never, ever. So I always say about tequila that the only reason why I can shop, I don't know what it is. When I have a stiff drink, like a stiff as well, I'll never be able to do that. I don't really enjoy any drink. Prosecco's the perfect blend of not being horrible and me being able to drink it and it get me pissed where I like it. But I'll never really like the taste of any alcohol. But I love being pissed. I love getting pissed and being pissed and the funniness of a pissed stage. You know what I mean? So I have to have some drink. That's how I've landed on Prosecco. But shots always kill me. But I can always have tequila because even though you're going to be sick, the lemon, whatever it is, I don't know what the science is behind it, but the lemon stops you nearly being sick. I'm going to finish my story then, read Mike's thing, because a lot of people don't listen to this back and watch the comments. So I can probably possibly miss something out that doesn't need to be said. So the lemon does something that stops you being sick. And the only reason why I can't have shots is because I'm sick. I would love to have shots and be one of these lads who goes, I'm envious of lads who can have shots. I wish I could be the lad who just picks up a fucking Jaeger bomb, necks it, can drink, open the thingy and drink it, but I can't drink like that yet. But tequila always has like, the lemon was a cheap code, because when I'm going to be sick, I fucking chew on that lemon like my life depends on it, and whatever comes out of that lemon sorts my stomach out and I'm not sick yet. That's why I like tequila. And even for a bit, I couldn't, and even maybe a little bit now, I have PTSD off them fucking cinnamon tequila shots, man. The sick I was. So the funny thing about that Augsburg trip was, we get there, yeah, and this is another time like why the guy at Kavos loves them, because we got fucking robbed. They rob people. They sell the main building with all the perks that had like a pool and shit. But then if you don't actually look at what you're booking, you get, yeah man, you go to Paris, Woogs. No, I'm not going to Paris. And I'm buzzing. I said, if we get Benfica, I will never not go to Lisbon, because I love Lisbon. It's one of the sickest cities ever. I've been there for football. I've been there not for football. It's the sickest ever. I love Lisbon. So I was going to go to Lisbon, but I could do it not going on another trip until I fucking sort this house out. It has been tough, mate. I can't believe the last house and this house has been tough. But then, as of today, I'm plain sailing. It's fucking nice. And I can get excited to move back. Yeah, hang on. I'm going to read mine. Remember this trick, Gaff? You got to pick it. One on the slide. Yeah. I'm not reading it out, but yeah. Sickest, man. That Augsburg was the sickest trip. Yeah, so we got the. I'm going to have to get some glasses, but JJ just pulls off your face. The maddest. I've just had a week of sharing a bed with JJ because we went, oh, did you get that gaff for the heavy kitchen? Yes, Nathan, I did. That's the one I'm getting, yeah. And it's been, so I got an email at the start of just the day before my holiday, which was like, oh, right. And then the day of my holiday, I got a worse email, which was just like killed it. And in my head all holiday, I was stressed about this, on just like thinking, what the fuck am I going to do? And then I sorted something, and then that wasn't right. So I sorted something else. No, then I can't sort something else, which was going to be a terrible idea, to be honest. Then I looked at my mum on holiday. It wasn't even supposed to be anything, and they boxed it, and it's the best. And the house is sorted now. I don't even need to worry, and I can fucking finally move on with my life. But yeah, the gaff with the heavy kitchen. It's the sickest gaff. I remember when I was young, yeah, my mum and dad, I don't know, fucking absolute preconception that I used to have. I was arguing with fucking Lewis about this the other day when we all went out for the last party idea where can you believe I've had 3? This is my last ever. This house was my first house where I fucking had loads of parties here, and now I'm moving out, so I need to have one more party. I'm gonna have the third or fourth last ever party at this house again because it took me that long to move out. Nathan, are you gonna come to that? It's gonna be March. So it's because I'm going to Marrakesh for my birthday. I've not seen the one. I've only seen the one that's pulled it. Mike, are you gonna come as well? My last ever party at my house. My last ever house party at this house. You can both have Mike and Nathan can both come with a +1. Are you coming? So I wanted a birthday party, but a load of us are going to Marrakesh for my birthday. 20th to the 23rd of March. And on the 15th of March, I can't do that because on the 14th of March I'm out. So I can't have a party on the 15th when I'm out. But it's a gig, it's a fucking DJ, so it ends at like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. So I know I'm going to want to have a party on the 15th. And obviously, and then it's Wembley on the 16th. So no way I'm having a party in between a DJ all night and then Wembley. So this is not happening. So I can't have a birthday party on the 29th for my birthday on the 17th. So I don't know how to do it. So yes, Nathan, I like that. How old are you, Nathan? I like that. Depends where the Whites are playing because I spent all my 20s doing that. Depends where the Whites are playing. But listen, you're gonna get into your 30s and you won't even give a fuck. I don't even know. I still don't know the draw. I know the draw. I don't know the thing. I know that we're playing. All I know about the Champions League thing is I know that we're playing Finger next, PSG, and I'm not going because I would never go to Paris again. I've been to Paris 4 times in my life. Yeah, 3 for football and 1 for fucking Disneyland. I went to Disneyland Paris where back in the day it was that sound where if you wanted to take your kids out of fucking school to take them holiday, you could. And I remember the teachers lied to me, my mum and dad lied to me, everyone lied to me. And when I was in year 2 for my birthday, so whatever year I was in year 2. And I got took to Disneyland Paris in France, but I got told I was just doing. I think I said they were going to all my family. I've never had family in Bolton. Everyone I had was lived in London because we just moved to Bolton. My dad's job moved to fucking Manchester, and they bought an house in London, sold a flat in London, and bought an house in Bolton because instead of having a 1-bedroom flat, we could have a fucking 3-bedroom semi-detached in Bolton. It's just still the only house. It's still the house to live in now. The only house I ever lived in until I started fucking moving everywhere. And what was I saying then? Oh, yeah, and I got took out of school in year 2. All the thing, got took to Disneyland Paris for my birthday, and I still didn't even like it. That's how shit Disneyland is, and how shit, not Disneyland. Disneyland was good, but how shit Paris is. I liked it. I remember, do you know why I hated it? Because when I got there, all United played, I don't know if they got a mid-season break or anything, because it would have been in March, so it had to have been in March, so I don't know how this was, but anyone who was on that trip, there must be one person, there's no one who's ever going to watch this was there. Every United player was there at the fucking, at Disneyland, and all my mates were making everyone get pictures in. It was Sylvester, Ferdinand, Giggs, Scholes, all of them. What year would that have been? Year 2000. Hang on. So year 2. How old are you in year 2? Ryan Purcell was on that trip. He was definitely on that trip. No, he wasn't on the other trip. That was the. There's another time I've been to Paris. And that was, when I was year 2, it wasn't even then. It wasn't even then, mate. That was fucking just a shit time at the Paris because it was in March and it rained. When I went I was talking about loads of fucking witnesses. Josh Hubbard, mate. Danny Crank, Ryan Purcell. I'm going to snip this off and DM it to them on fucking Instagram, some of them, yeah. We went about this year, so the good people who were decent at football went to a sports tour in year 7 to fucking France, right? And I obviously was good at football then. I tell people I was good at football, and I was all right at football until I wasn't good at football. When I started realising cider and partying and the TGC. Can you believe someone brought up the TGC to me the other day? Brought up a TGC parties, man. The TGC. I used to think. There was a time in my life when I was like 21, 22, and just had like at the time it was a dead-end job. It ended up not being a dead-end job. But at the time, for like 2 years of dead-end job, I just think, was my life peak with the TGC? Is my life really, was the sickest my life was going to be the TGC? It's not, no, it's not ended up being the fucking places I've ended up going and the things I've ended up doing. The TGC wasn't, but for 2 years I used to think, is the TGC going to be my best years? But they were sick years, the TGC, mate. What was I even saying then? Yeah, and I went, It was a sports tour. You went and played. We got beat 10-0 by Marseille's Academy, and then we played another school and we lost again about 4-3. I can't remember what it was, but we was in the younger team. And then we went to Disneyland for the day with the school, and all the United players, Sylvester, Giggs, Rio, Scholes, loads of them. I can't think of more in my head. Pat G Sung, loads of them were there, and everyone was getting pictures of them, and I literally would not get a picture of anyone because I hated United, because United won all things all the time. Random. What's happening here? Oliver Eldens. Who wants to come Oliver Eldens? Who wants to come Oliver Eldens on the 1st of March? I need a piss, you know. How have I been talking on here and there, and I've not even talked once about the UFC? The whole background of the thing is the boxing and the UFC, and I ain't talked about boxing or UFC. I do need to talk about the boxing. This is the whole point of the thing. The whole background thing is boxing. You know what? I just don't think it's as sick as card as they said it was going to be. Obviously, I'm excited for the Bivol-Beterbiev rematch, but then again, I'm like not that excited, because even though I think Bivol probably won when I watched it first time, I think Bivol's going to fight the same. Beterbiev might fight. I don't know. I just think it's going to be I don't know. I think Beterbiev's going to win a bit more. Like Usyk Fury, I did in my head where Fury could come back a bit different, but then I just think it's not just going to be the same. And then obviously I was very interested in Parker Dubois. But now people say, I know a few people saying, and I agree, a few people are saying, oh, Dubois, Parker versus McCauley might be a better fight, because I think that as well. I think Parker versus Dubois might have been a bit like boring and edgy, and I thought Dubois would tire and probably end up quitting or giving up on himself and getting stopped like rounds 9 to 10. I thought he was going to lose, you know. I don't know if I've done any videos where I've talked about it. I don't ever watch any of my videos back, but I don't know if I've said over 40, but I thought Dubois was going to lose to Parker. And now Parker's fighting McCauley, and McCauley quit to Hunter when he just wasn't fit enough and hadn't been training properly because he did the whole move. And if he gasses, he'll quit. And he's obviously going to gas in this fight because he was massive a couple of weeks ago. So that's not really a good fight, and it's for nothing. I know people are saying now, like, Parker might fight Usyk if he wins, and because it's Usyk's last fight. But the whole point of that was going to be that it would have been an undisputed fight again. That's the whole reason why I think, unless they strip thingy before that fight starts and he says, yeah, let just them two fight for it and I'll fight the winner or I'll fight whatever. That'd be nice. If Dubois said, yeah, I mean, like a legit, I fell sick, let them two fight for it because I would rather Usyk be that, and I guarantee I want the winner. As a person who said it was, that'd be a nice thing for him to do and a way to make this for a world title. But then, minute just them two fighting doesn't mean nothing. But the card is, you know, what is the actual card? Do you know what I said? I've got the last 5 minutes. I'm not going to get to the UFC stuff. Can I not just do another UFC? When is the UFC? All the stuff. Is there any UFC before? I can just do another UFC one anyway. We need to win the title. That's what I'm saying. But do you know what I want to do? I've got £1 left in a Paddy Power betting account. Right, £1 left. I've put £10 in it so far since I opened it with Ollie in July. And we're now in, when are we in? Well, no, I don't think it was July. Anyway, it's no fun. It's no fun when I don't have like something to share it with and people to jump on it with. The UFC lost last week by 50p one by one thing, and it was Jimmy Crook on the bar. Like, right, I want to do. So I'll do it, and people can copy me now. Anyone who's watching this who likes a bet, I'm going to do a football bet for 50p and a boxing / martial arts bet 50p, right? And if you want to do it with me, I think one of these will land. I think the UFC and martial arts, I'm going to do that first because I think the martial arts and boxing one will land, right? I'm going to go Joshua Buatsi is a favourite of Callum Smith, but they're messing. I'm going to go Callum Smith. But then again, what if the bet gets busted early? Because I'm going Callum Smith. Callum Smith beats Joshua Buatsi from what I remember and what I know. Callum Smith beats Joshua Buatsi. Well better than him. Joshua Buatsi is well overrated there. Right. I think Caballero just outboxes Zhang and then I'm going to go Zhang. I'm going to do a 25p winner bet, and then I'm going to do a boxing bet where it's like goal of distance and that. Virgil Ortiz versus Madrimov. Oh no, I'm just going to do one bet. I'm going to go Caballero, Callum Smith. I'm going to go Virgil Ortiz versus Madrimov to go the distance. That's definitely going the distance. This is going to be a good bet if anyone wants to copy it. It's a shame I can't put it on screen once I've done it. We're putting 50p on this. How do I put to not go the distance? Go the distance. There we go. No. Oh, no. Yeah. I want the distance. I think I'll go to the distance. Right. Yeah. And then, hang on. Shiraz. I'm going to go Shiraz. I think he wins, and it's an easy one. Shakur versus Padley. I think Shakur Stevens is going to be hitting him that clean because this Padley is obviously terrible and can't punch, and he's going to be getting it all night. I think it's going to go in where it's like a Gatti. I know anyone goes, oh, it's not obviously neat, but it's going to be like a Gatti versus the level between him and Shakira is probably Gatti versus Finger. So I'm going to go method of victory, Shakira by TKO or KO. That's how bad what we're saying about Slot. We've already got on Slot. He was terrible, but we're doing a bet now, and it's more important. I'm going to go Shakira Padley. I think Shakira's going to stop him. Joseph Parker versus Piccoli. I'm going to go Joseph Parker just to win. No, I'm going to go fight to not go the distance. That won't go the distance. Oh, no, they can. Because would Parker not just outbox him? Nah, I'm just going to go Joseph Parker. I think Joseph Parker's just going to outbeat him. That's best. Joseph Parker. And then we're going to go in the main event, Serbia versus Bivol. I'm going to go the distance. All right. Fight will go the distance. Where is it? Yeah, go the distance. Yes. And that's it. And then we're going to go to the UFC. This is good podcasting, isn't it? Right, then I'm just doing a combat bet 50. Oh, should I not do a boxing bet? No, I can't do that. No, we're just doing a cool. That's the one that came in. Right. So we're going to go. I think it's going to be one of them where Song Yadong he's just better than Hemshiro looks dead old. No, actually, no, I think so. Right, that fight definitely goes the distance. So let's just put that fight to go the distance. Go the distance, yes. And then we need, right, let's have a little fight. Brandon Allen versus Fluffy Hernandez. Fluffy wins. See that? I'm a fucking professional, not professional, a fucking hardcore, because that's just says Aaron Hernandez, and I know Fluffy. Right. What else on that card? That card has been terrorizing it. Andre Fili, I like him. That fight to go the distance, because it's only 3 in it. Yeah, and he'll go the distance. I'll go the distance. Ricky Samoan. I think I might leave it at that. Rob Font. I don't know about Rob Font. That might go the distance as well. Yeah, I'm going that. Right. This is my bet. It's 117. So if anyone's listening, it's 117 to 21. Right. Callum Smith to beat Joshua Batset, Caballero to beat Zhang, Ortiz and Madronov to go the distance, Shiraz to beat Adames, Shakiro to beat Padley by KO, TKO, Parker to beat Piccoli, Beterbiev and Bivol to go the distance. I'm thinking someone's going to fucking clip this little bit and it'll be every one of them will go, nah, I think this hits. Someone put 50p on this with me. Trust me. So who does Song Yadong to go the distance? Song Yadong. Fluffy Hernandez to beat Allen. Fili and Costa to go the distance. And Rob Font and Finger to go the distance. Yeah, 50p. That's the bet, 50p. Get it on, guys. Seriously. We can come back to slot, but I'm going to put a football bet on as well. Right, so this is an official segment of the live chat. Anyone who's ever had a party with me back in the day knows about what I think about draws. 3 draws. What do you mean 65p potential returns? Cash out. I put the wrong bet on. You're messing. Oh. I put the wrong bet on. Oh, what was that bet? Oh, I'm going to have to watch this back now and put that bet on. I don't know what I did or what I clicked, but I just put the Rob Font versus John Massa Mentor. That as a single, 1.33 would have won 67p or something. How do I get that bet back? Oh, you're messing. This is the worst thing that could have happened. Josh, your life's fucking boring. Fuck off then, bro. Do you think I give a fuck about you? Don't stay in my life then. How do I... this probably is boring, to be honest. What was I trying to do then? Completely lost track of what I'm doing now. That bet, yeah. Right, put that bet on, and I'll put that bet on as well, I remember. But now I'm going to put a football bet on. I can't believe that. That was a good bet. But I'm going to put it on. I'll listen, I promise you, for the first time, an hour and 3 minutes in. After I put this bet on, I'm going. An hour and 3 minutes, I'm just thinking, this has been... I was acting like I was fucking halfway through, because I'm in notes. I said UFC, boxing, I don't spoke about anything. This has just been another live chat where I've not spoken about anything. Maybe I'll have to do another. No, because it's tomorrow. The thing's tomorrow. Right. This bet will... my football bet now will kill it. They'll finish it and then we're getting off. Maybe I will actually talk about UFC. Can you believe? What's he called? Do you know what? I think Topuria is vacated because the UFC have said we need a title fight for Miami. But Topuria doesn't want to fight in April. He likes his lifestyle that he definitely needs to be tuned in and that. And they've just said you can fight Makhachev. And if you lose to Makhachev, you can just come out and say, my diet was terrible. I fucking, like, I was partying, blah, blah, blah. No one cares about loss in MMA anyway. And I want to come down and fight for the 145. And UFC will definitely give it because he's a massive star. And maybe by then they'll have a Spanish fucking stadium lockdown and you can do it there and fight whoever. I think it makes sense, but I hope Volk, and I like it because I think Volk might beat Diego Lopez, you know. I don't think this Diego Lopez is all that. I think to go the distance with, who was it was it Rob Font again? That time? It wasn't Rob Font, was it? Was it Rob Font? On the day's notice. To go the distance with him when he should have fucking killed him. So I don't, right, anyway, no, the football bet I'm on it right now. So Everton at home are going to beat this United side. United are at home. United are terrible. We're going Everton. No, we'll go draw. No, we're going Everton. We're going fucking Everton. Everton are going to beat them. Don't let finger get. I'm going Everton. Can't be less I've seen after a bottle of Desano. Can't be less I've seen after. What are you talking about? Me? After a bottle of Desano, who are we talking about? Yeah. Anyway, Arsenal versus West Ham. I'm going to Arsenal. Sadly, Arsenal are going to win that game. They're not going to drop points there, but they will start dropping points. So we don't need to worry. But we're worrying, and I am worrying about the title, but Arsenal are the only team that can do it. City are finished. I've seen a thing, right. This is to tell you what, I'll break it up with. I'll do this bet, and I'll say this about De Bruyne. I've had to watch, I don't know if I said this in a live chat before, I don't think I have. I've had to watch people talk about De Bruyne, as if he is and I remember on Twitter, it was an argument I used to have all the time with people that he's as good or was as good as Gerrard, right? Can the records now show that De Bruyne had fucking 5 superb, maybe 6-ish, 5 superb and 4 or 5 superb seasons, 1 good over that, 6 more than good seasons at City, and now his legs have fallen off, and he literally can't even drag him to the top 4. He doesn't play in the big games. His fucking legs he can't run anymore. Gerrard did it for well over a decade. Can the record say that? There's never been a bigger draw in the world than Fulham versus Crystal Palace. That is a draw. Ipswich versus Tottenham. Do you know what? I'm going to go Tottenham there. I think Tottenham are going to go on a little bit of a roll and it saves his job. Southampton, Brighton. Southampton are terrible. Oh, I'm not going even better. I'm not even going near that game. Villa, Chelsea, I'm going to go draw. That's another draw written all of it, right? So there's 5. Shall I do 25p overall? I'm going to do a 25p overall bet, and then I'm going to do 3 draws, 25p, right? And then Derby, Millwall. See, I'm not really good with that. Do you know what? I'm going to go Sunderland at home against Hull because they've got that sick midfielder. And then that's it, I think. Yeah, 100, right. So I'm going to go 25p on that. So that is, but then I'm going to do 3 draws because that's enough, 27 quid. So that bet is Everton to beat United, Arsenal to beat West Ham, Fulham and Palace to draw, Tottenham to beat Ipswich, Villa and Chelsea to draw, and Sunderland to beat Hull. And then we're going to do 3 draws. And I stand by these 3 draws. If you follow me on my 3 draws from now to the end of the season, and I'll do one every live chat I do, whenever often they are, which I think I'm going to be a bit more often. Follow my 3 draws, and I guarantee by the end of it, we're up. You put whatever you want in it, but I'll only ever put 50p max, 25p minimum on these 3 draws. Right. I'm going to go Fulham versus Palace, draw. I'm going to go Villa versus Chelsea, draw. And I'm going to go in the Championship. I can pick a draw in the Championship. How do I get in the Championship? Popular UK competitions. There we go, Championship, right. I'm going to go... No, that's not the Championship. Oh, fuck, it's all games anyway. Bolton, Leighton Orient, Norway. I need the Championship. All I want is a Championship here. Yeah, let's have a look on Championship fixtures. Championship. I need a piss. Fixtures. It's been a long time, an hour and 8 minutes. We need to finish this and then done. Right, Plymouth, Cardiff, nah. Watford, Luton. Sheffield United, Leeds. There you go. Oh, then I don't want to wait till Monday for the bet. Yeah, Monday, it doesn't matter. Sheffield United, Leeds. How do I get that up? How do I find that on this? That is a draw. If it's ever got a draw, 2 teams that are already doing well are going to shit it and do it. How do I search that? How do I find Sheffield United, Leeds football? How do I search the league? Oh, I should just pick a different one. But I don't know. That's the one I want. I'm going to piss myself. Portsmouth versus QPR. Leeds will beat them. They won't, bro. Trust me. It's a draw. West Brom versus Oxford. That's not a draw. QPR versus Portsmouth. I can't. These are not draws. These are not ones I'm comfortable. I'm going to piss myself here. I might have to go for a piss and come back to this, but I am going to have to go for a piss and go back to this. I'm so sorry. I thought it would go. The feeling would go, but it's not. I need a piss. I'll be back. Wait. Or don't wait. Go, I don't care. But I do need a piss. The good thing about living on my home, though, is I can just go to the back door. But I am literally going to piss as well. Oh, hang on, I'm getting the chat. Who's in the chat? Hang on, let me go on my phone. You say I don't want the whole thing. There we go. I can hear myself now. Give me a draw. No, I won't leave. That's not a draw. I'm still pissing. This is how good the mic is. I'm stood fully at that door. I'm just picking up everything perfect. This new mic and new camera I bought, it's going to change this podcast for everyone. Listen to how Chris that is actually back. The door slam and everything. I can't have no fucking controversy like that, so I'm going to wash my hands now. They do up my hands now, I'm going to the short. And I'm back. Right, we need one more draw. This is coming to an end now, but we need one more draw. Right. These phones are well behind. I did it so I could get in the chat. Right, one more draw. I want the Leeds draw. How do I find that? I want that Leeds game. More football matches. Right, popular UK competitions. Next matches. Right, I'll just fucking go to fucking today. Oh, no, that's going through the Dutch leagues and everything. Popular UK competitions. English Premier League. How do I change that? Championship. English Championship. Here you go. Top. You can't even fucking put. It's not even on there yet. Why can't I add that to a thing because it's Monday? Paddy Power's shit. Why did I have to be so stupid and put that money on Haney and lose the ability to do these 50p bets on Bet365, the far superior fucking thing? It's fucking terrible. Why can't I just find Leeds and put a bet the Leeds on the draw on Leeds? Right, I'll have to find someone else. But it's not going to bet Leeds draw. Maybe I'll stay away from them. They won't. Celtic Hibernian is not going to be a draw. I don't know anyone less than the Championship. I don't like football that much. Wigan, Wycombe. Where's Wigan and Wycombe? That sounds like a draw. That sounds like a game that could be a draw. Oh, I've got so many Instagram messages. What are people saying? Some people message me on Instagram about things about live chat. I just think, put the comment in the fuck. I don't know if people are shy or what. Just put the comment in the thing. It might even be that. Standing, Wigan. Wycombe is second. Wigan is 16th, but they're at home. Yeah. Do you know what? Wigan and Wycombe. No, Wycombe are at home. If it was the other way around, they'd have gone the draw there, you know. Right, who are Birmingham playing? Let me see if they can draw. Because I know when a team will just settle on a draw. Who are Bolton playing? Bolton, Leyton Orient. Who's at home? Bolton, draw. There you go. There's your third draw. 3 draws. Palace first, Fulham draw. Villa versus Chelsea draw. Leyton Orient versus Bolton draw. But I want it to have been on. I wanted Leeds versus Sheffield United draw there. And I've been fucking robbed of being able to put what I wanted. But we'll put that. Still, decent odds. You could be winning a fucking pretty penny here. Close that. Okay, tenner. So if you you could win 40 quid from a tenner. And that's going to come in. Right, I need to still do me 50. Leeds going to draw now and that last leg's going to lose. Exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen. And it's going to make me feel sick. Right. We hadn't talked about the boxing, but I put a boxing bet on. I am looking forward to the Callum Smith versus Boazzi fight, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it. I'm looking forward to the card. It's a good card and everything, but it's not as good as people they've been saying. It's like the best card of all time. Now it's like all the fights are like, yeah, I would watch that fight, but they're not like the best, sickest things ever. A lot of them are like one-sided fucking beatdowns as well. But the UFC thing, no one needs to talk about. We had a barbecue in February for the Duplessis first, but we didn't have it for that. We had a barbecue at my mate's house on Saturday, Seb's, I ate loads of food and everyone got off and I stayed at Seb's, fell asleep, woke up with violent shits 30 seconds into the first round of the Strickland fight. Watched that first round on my phone and then got back on the couch. I took my box down there in case we wanted to watch. There was a football game, but we just ended up having a barbecue. I'd already took the box down there, so then got to watch the fucking Strickland versus Duplessis fight whilst lying there with the worst stomach ever from eating literally. Anyone will tell you, anyone who was there will tell you, no one has ever ate that amount of food at a barbecue. But that's a lie. A lot of food, yeah. I mean, we don't need to talk about that fight. Them two never need to fight again. I don't even need to see Strickland in a title fight ever again. I don't hate him or anything. He fights like that and he fought like that, so I don't care. But never need to see them two fight again. And all the upcoming ones we can talk about later. No one cares about the fucking Seattle card because that's been blown to bits as well. And we've already put the bet on this weekend, so everyone knows who I think will win that. Right, we've been on for an hour and 15 minutes. Can't believe it. And I wasn't that late either, so it's actually been a good one. And we've just talked about, I don't even think nothing, but this is the end of the live chat because I am starving. I'm going to have another joint and eat loads of fucking food. But what I am going to do this time, because I forgot to do last week, I'm just going to do after the live chat what I eat from now. So what have I had already today? I got a Too Good to Go from Cars and got 3 beef goulashes. Give one to my mum and dad. Ate 2 with tiger bread, 3 loaves of tiger bread, and I had the meat and potato Cars pasty on the way home from the finger. I could easily edit this. Maybe I'll edit this little segment with the finger into a video, and I can post what I've already ate, and I'm going to show you what. Unfortunately, due to me enjoying a joint and doing a live chat, what I'm going to consume tonight and how bad my stomach's going to be tomorrow. But yeah, after the live chat on my shorts, goodbye, everyone. It's been a pleasure. One of my favourites. Not really. Nah, it's been good. This has been one of them. It needs to be the first joint. I have to have the first joint and then come and do the live chat. Otherwise, I get a bit like, I just don't stay on topic. And then we've not spoke about nothing. I even did little notes and we've not spoke about. I had 4 notes. UFC 2, 321, 315, 314, De Bruyne, and the title race. And we haven't talked about none of them. No, we talked about De Bruyne and the title race. So 2 out of 5. See you later, everyone.